Hello and welcome back to another episode of Industry Celebrities. Tyler Short, owner of Short Productions. Hey T.
Hello there again.
How are you doing?
I'm great.
Well, since we've already talked a little bit about you and how you got into the video production realm, I wanted to pick up on what made you decide on video production as a career.
That's a good question. I think it started back when I used to watch films with my dad, growing up. And I didn't really get it until maybe I was a teenager. I mean, I always loved films, right? And how they're created. And a lot of the times when I'd sit down and watch one with my dad was a big film buff. So every time we watched one together, we would kind of critique it in a way. And it was fun because...
The first time or the second time you watched it?
Well, the first times we just watched it to watch it, But I think when I was getting older, teenage years, later teenage, and even early 20s is when we'd watch films together. We really kind of loved watching them together, and we would kind of go on critiquing like, oh, well, she didn't really make me believe that role very much. She needs to do this or that, or the ending sucked. It needs to end like this, or you know what I mean? So we were back and forth, and we just had an appreciation for film so much, and he did too. And he was a writer. He later in his life, after he was a doctor, and his hobby was writing books, and writing screenplays. So I think that all kind of transferred over to me. And of course, my mom was a on-stage theater performer.
Oh, so you had two very creative parents that
right.
Your the DNA came out all over the place.
It definitely transferred over. So, at first I wanted to be an actor, and I did a couple commercials here and there. I did a lot of theater performances, and I just decided to get in behind the camera
instead of in front of it.
And
even though you do a great job in front of the camera.
Yeah, I do. And we're actually doing some projects coming up where I'm in front of the camera.
That's cool. Instead of your 1 year, every annual T likes Christmas, to put out Christmas video with him and his beautiful daughter. It has been a passion, love project, I guess you could say. Every Christmas you write something and then put a story together, and you and your daughter and whatever other family members act in it. That is cool.
Yeah. Well, it's a lot of fun. And it really I created a monster, because in the beginning it was back
when she was a baby.
Well, when I was working with you guys, and then I was doing like projects on the side just for random stuff. I would, like weddings mainly, but
the good old wedding days.
Yeah, I don't miss them.
Yeah.
No offense. Yeah. I'll do your wedding.
Don't get me wrong. Yeah.
Right. So, anyways, so I make these little videos, and I just dug them up. I found them like in my old hard drives. I have like 50 hard drives, by the way. I'm keeping all my data.
Back it up, people.
Oh, I'm telling you, it's crazy. But I found these, and they're so funny because it would just be me on camera dressing the camera, but really I'd be dressing all my clients. So I'd send them like this little holiday message, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Say thank you for, being with me, and I hope you had fun. We look forward to, another new year. And I guess it was just like a personal thing I was doing. And then I did one where I was skating in the Galleria, and I fell down and got a little picture of that. It's hilarious. It was really cheesy, actually. It's horrible. And then the next year I shot one of my mom, like she does this Christmas village, which is crazy. And I added snow to it. So I zoomed in and created this really cool like Christmas village with these people, and had music behind it. And it was really cool. And then
this is all before Lyric was born.
This is all before Lyric was born. That was the year before Lyric was born. And then I got so much good feedback on that video. It's like, oh man, you can do another Christmas video,
which you never shared with us until you did the ones with Lyric.
Right. Well, I didn't.
I feel like a little like I don't know how to take that, but okay. Anyways, we can move on.
I didn't really know what I started until I did one with Lyric, and then the first one became a huge hit, and then I had to share it with everybody. So I was so proud of her.
Where can they go see these now?
They can go to my personal YouTube account, which is it's just YouTube. It's Tyler J. Short.
You should
YouTube. So
why don't you put those on your Short Productions?
Yeah, I need to. I've always kept for some reason because it's just fun and games.
Well, you can bring those in though, I mean,
do.
Show your creative side.
Right. And I even post them on my Short Productions YouTube account too as well. So I try to intertwine those a little bit.
And they're named different Christmas like messages, right?
So we do a theme every year, and of course the family and extended family is always like, what are you going to do this year? Can we be in it? And,
now everybody wants to get in it.
Oh man, it's a huge deal. And so I get a little bit of pressure every year. Early Christmas, even November, the topic comes up around Thanksgiving, right? What are you doing? So I always have a new idea coming into the year. And,
you know, I'm just going to give you a little free social media advice, which you should do on your Facebook page. Like show one of the recent ones that you did, the last one, say any ideas, like get feedback from your Facebook fans or Instagram, whoever, saying, you know, submit your idea for my next Christmas story and have them, you know, give you some sort of whatever, and then maybe even have them participate some sort of way. And make sure you know, cover your butt that like, hey, you're not getting any money for it, people. This is just all fun, you know, because you do it out of labor of love. He does not, he doesn't make money off that video, but
I don't even monetize it on YouTube. I don't want to, because I stay true to my, you know, passion in the industry.
Well, I think that's how you get your next idea, like for Christmas, because it's definitely something that will engage your fan base, and maybe I'll think of something creative that I can get you to work on. But I mean, I have an idea that I want you to work on with me. One of these days I'll get around to it. But anyways.
Those ideas.
Those ideas all over the place.
Floating in the air.
Yes.
Come down to the earth.
So what would you say that you like most about being the video extraordinaire, aka first video guy? The original video guy, yes.
Well, first of all, I'm privileged and humbled. I think most of all, though, I didn't really... I thought it was a great idea. I thought it was awesome. And I don't even think really what we had at first, you know, because I think it's like 2007, we never really knew how viral it would actually go or how much exposure we would get. I mean, I
think we back then didn't realize how ahead of the curve we were.
I think, exactly. I mean, we were more ahead of the curve.
But what did you like most about being?
I think going to the events.
Okay.
I think going to TAA was always my favorite event. I think just going out and being at these big events or even small events, even AGD events, you know, going there and being, hey, video guy, you know, what's up?
Oh, the brand.
The brand stuck in their heads. That was awesome. That was a really good branding concept that you came up with. And
I remember when I asked you to make that logo and we couldn't figure out what we wanted to put on there. And and I was like, got video? And Janet's like, no, that's played out. I'm like, okay, I'm sorry. And then I was like, well, let's just call it what it is. He's a video guy. You're a video girl. And
it worked.
It did.
I thought it was awesome. And
we trademarked it and everything. And, you know, Mattel owns, and CTM used to own it. Now somebody else does, but will remain nameless. But owns the trademark for video girl, video guy, because Mattel has a video girl doll.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, but since we were in two different separate industries, you can have a trademark of the same, as long as you're not competing against each other, which we were not. You know, so.
Well, I love the play button. I love how that came into effect.
You created that logo. Yes.
I did.
Remember that?
I guess I did. Jeez.
Yes, you did. You created that play button, video girl, video guy logo.
Which was awesome because that became a play into wearing a t-shirt at events. Because, you know.
What happens when I touch your button?
Well, most of the women would just touch it anyways. They didn't care. They just, let me touch your button, Bert, you know, especially at the later evening events. But,
hey, which you shouldn't have been wearing.
Well, you know, maybe. So I don't know. Well, if I was holding the camera, I was holding the camera. You know? I had to shoot a lot of that stuff. So, you know, but it was great. I loved being video guy and even being around with the video girls. You know, it's like later on, it was just such a staple in our brand that everyone knew it and everyone recognized it and loved it.
It's kind of funny. One time somebody asked me, "Do you only hire girls?" And I'm like, because I had asked a stupid question to them. Yeah, but I said, "Oh no, we have video guys. We just don't let them come out very often."
Yeah, they're trapped in the cage. Like locked in the cage.
Locked in the cage.
In the computer.
Yeah, no. This was before we had the funds to have you and the rest of the team everywhere we went. But so it was kind of funny when they asked me that. Like,
well, at first I was traveling with you guys just because we wanted to record everything that we went to. Yeah, you know, and it was just three of us.
Yeah, the trio. Yeah. And then, you had to have somebody, well, when we got investment and we got an office and it wasn't, you know, just a piecemeal organization, we were real up and coming. We had to definitely pick and choose the events that you went to so we could get you keeping that editing going. So, the good old days that were definitely a great learning experience for us all. I miss them in good ways and bad, I guess.
Well, I showed you, I think I sent you the text the other day, just, hey, look what I still have. I still have I have the original video guy shirt. It's It's kind of an off purple, off pink. It's like an in between. I don't know what you call the color. I think it was just one of those.
It was on
prints.
sale. That's what it was.
Right.
It was
like,
on
here's
sale.
our tester, Tyler. You can have this one. Oh, great. Thanks.
I have a video. I have several pictures of you in video girl tank tops.
Yeah. Okay, there you
Remember
go.
those?
Oh, jeez.
Because it was so hot in the golf course that you're like, I'm going to go with this.
Okay.
And then Facebook memory. Thanks to Facebook memories. I need to figure out how to turn those off. But no, yeah, I get a lot of old video guy, aka Tyler, in there, and some with Kevin and Jess and other folks, but nobody as much as you, because you didn't seem to mind us taking pictures of you. Everybody else was hiding like I would hide when you guys would record me on the dance floor.
Yeah, Kevin was always avoiding those.
Yes.
Those no. Take
Yeah.
that out of it.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah, he is. And the last one that we did at TAA 2 years ago, I guess, in Fort Worth, when we shot that music, aka video for a client, remember, on the street?
Oh, yes.
I have that picture too. That was a pretty cool picture of you and Kevin. Shout out, Kevin. You need to be on my podcast. Yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah. So, but yeah, it was great times.
It's awesome.
Oh, what would you tell somebody that wants to get in the video production realm?
Well,
Make it short.
Yeah. Make it short. Wait, life is short, make it last. There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
So if they don't have their own equipment, if they have the funds or the means to maybe get a camera or, get some equipment, I would do that. Because that's going to be your best investment.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, if you want to become a videographer or if you want to become an editor, get the camera, get the software, start training yourself right now.
And you can buy inexpensive used cameras
Absolutely.
all over the internet, right?
I buy used cameras all the time.
And they're just as good.
Use software.
Yeah.
But watch out for the pirated software.
Yeah.
You cannot buy that.
Yeah. Do not buy pirated software, people, especially if you're charging for your videos.
Exactly.
We can tell you another story about copywriting, music, and royalty software.
Yeah.
That was the issue we had.
Oh, yes. I know.
But anyways, it's real, folks. But so when you're a legitimate business or you want to become a legitimate, make sure you buy everything affordably, but yet on the legit side.
Legitimate, especially on the software side. Obviously, that's where the issues come from. And, we can go on a whole different podcast just talking about
software,
where to go. Like I can give advice on what kind of music, because a lot of these videographers, they struggle with music or sound effects or anything. And there are places to go that are very affordable and very, very useful and very legal, and
you're buying the rights to use the stuff.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. And what people get confused about is the rights part of it. You know what I mean? So really, and if you don't have the means to, invest in that equipment, go out there and you can go to different sites, to find jobs, in the industry. I mean, LinkedIn's really good.
Oh my gosh.
There's so many jobs on
Let me throw out, I did an
Entry
interview
level.
with a gentleman, freeup.com. That's with 3 E's. Have you ever heard of them? If not, you should go put your work on there.
Okay.
Contract work. They've been in business, I think, 4 or 5 years, but I just interviewed their founder. Great guy, great concept. I'm using them for some website design, but because I used that other site, Upworks, and nobody got back to me.
Interesting.
Yeah, like Free Up vets everybody. So I would highly recommend people who want to find contractors. And then I've been telling everybody that I know wants to do contract work to go there, so that way you can get some extra business, and they handle all the payment. You don't have to worry about it. They take credit card up front.
Yeah. Right.
So and you get paid for you just have to log your hours. So you might look into that.
Yeah, I will.
For sure.
And there's other, a couple name drops, but there's a couple of agencies around town and locally, like Creative Circle.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Production Hub. But I mean, Creative Circle is really good. I've worked with him. They'll cater. They're just a recruiting company.
Yeah, that goes out
and finds that has a whole bunch of clients, and clients come to them to find, and they go out and find the talent. So they have a huge network.
They're
of
staffing
talent.
agency for production.
Yeah, and they'll just email you projects and see if you're interested. If you're interested, you just reply with your resume and link to your portfolio online, and go from there. And the interview process starts. And
that's how you can get going.
Yeah.
Well, and gather a portfolio too of all your work.
Absolutely.
Because I can't tell you how much work that we did that I'm like, darn it, why didn't I get that file? Darn it, why didn't I? Definitely having your portfolio built up as much as possible by saving those projects or asking for them. Like if you're going to be a part of them, can you get credit for them if you're going to do them for free?
And if you're dealing with a client, because I have lots of clients that I don't use to show other clients, just because of,
privacy,
content.
creative.
Yeah. It's just, conflict of interest. Not really that much, but just the fact that there's a privacy content that stays with that client. And I totally understand it. But you can always ask, say, hey, do you mind if I use just a clip of it? We don't have to use the whole video, just for promotional purposes on my term, because they understand the freelance world is, it's
all about what you,
it's a tough world because you have to sell yourself. You have to promote yourself.
Yeah. And
you got to figure out, and I just updated my reel, like, oh my God. I mean, I'm a professional at advertising and marketing other people, but sometimes you forget how to market yourself.
Oh, absolutely. Like, yes. God, well, you can use this to market yourself.
Oh, yeah. Well, there you go. Thank you very much. And I owe you lunch, too.
Yes.
So,
no, I think I owe you lunch. Well, maybe it might come out even since we've done 2 podcasts. So It's cool. Okay. Well, I appreciate you. I mean, I appreciate you giving that advice to any of the up and coming videographers / freelancers of the world. That is it for us today. So thank you, T, for joining me again.
Thank you.
And make sure you go check out T's website, and make sure you go by searching Short Productions.
Yeah,
right?
If you just Google Short Productions,
it'll come up. All of it.
I'll be the first one that pops up on Google.
It's easy.
Or you can go to videosthatlast.com or theshortproduction.com. It's the same website. I just had to change that.
Redirect. Yes. And then search for Kimberly D. Scott on YouTube, iTunes. Follow me on Facebook, Insta, Twitter, Snapchat, LinkedIn, all those great places. Mm-hmm. And until next week, stay positive and keep growing. Thank you. Bye, T.
Later.